Hi, my name is Mary Beth Merle, and I'm really excited to talk to you about data for a connected world in this year's Women in Data Science Missouri Digital Conference. A little bit about me. I'm a product manager with over 10 years of experience, both working with high growth startups like Sprinkler and enterprises like Oracle for their Oracle Cloud infrastructure. I have a lot of experience connecting with APIs, bringing in data for customers, as well as developing improved and connected products that ensure customer satisfaction. Currently, I'm the principal product manager for TigerGraph's ecosystem. I look over all data ingestion and exportation. You might be asking yourself, what is graph technology? According to Gartner, graph is the future. They estimate that by 2025, 80% of data and analytics innovation will be relying upon graph technology. Currently, we're in the early adoption section of companies using graph, about 10% according to Gartner. In order for us to get to that 80% by 2025, we have to cross the infamous schism. Now, why is this important for data connectivity and making sure that companies can use data? Well, in order to cross from early adapters to making sure that early majority and late majority users can use it, we need to make it easy and simple for data to come in to the database. Like a traditional relational database, TigerGraph sits in the middle of a lot of enterprises' technology stacks. They still rely on data sources from the cloud, enterprise applications, perhaps some of their legacy databases, and streaming. They also want to push data out to visualization tools such as Power BI, Tableau. They want to be able to use machine learning and apply artificial intelligence, as well as business applications such as RESTful APIs, visual designs, or queries. So we sit right in the middle. For TigerGraph, that means this is a lot of very specific connectors that our customers need. They need to be able to use JDBC, ODBC, connect to Hadoop, all of the cloud storages, whether that is an object store or a data lake, as well as push out to other applications, visualizations, and things of that nature. When developing for this type of customer, we really thought about how do we make sure that the data ingestion is as seamless as possible. And that's where we came up with our streaming data connector. Now, this connector makes it so they only have to connect to their source, and then they can use the Kafka technology to monitor streaming events. So as new files or line items are added to each file, it will be automatically brought in to TigerGraph at near real time. This is something that a lot of companies are doing and that we see across the database platforms as a whole. But what I really want to focus on is some of the decisions that we made at TigerGraph that I think are unique and are really important when developing emerging technologies. And that is the separation of source and file type. As you saw in one of my earlier slides, there are a lot of sources that our customers have. Right now, we're supporting Kafka, Google Cloud Storage, Azure Blob, and have AWS's S3 and some relational databases coming. Now, those are all great, but a lot of the customers that we work with also use very specific file types for these different storage options. And we wanted to make sure that for every single data source that we had parity across the file types that they could import. CVS is a common file type, but not necessarily the most efficient for carrying data. Avro has been a big request and is one of the first ones that we added to our data streaming connector to provide variety of accessibility to data for the different connection types that we have. Going back to one of my earlier slides about where we're at, only about 10%, maybe a little bit more, currently using graph technology. This design decision has allowed us to ensure that any customers we're working with that have these cloud-based sources or utilize Kafka from their legacy sources are able to get their data in quickly, efficiently, and easily. Thank you so much.